Now live, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Tonight, a dramatic show of sheer, brutal natural power. The Delaware Valley is left drenched and damaged by a nightmarish Saturday storm.
I've never felt wind like that.
Flooding rains and battering winds. And even with tremendous damage already done, this storm doesn't seem to be done with us yet.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Natasha Brown. All across the area, this Saturday storm leaves us with a major mess. Trees are down, streets are flooded, homes are damaged, and the rain has yet to stop. Eyewitness News has every angle covered for you tonight. Meteorologist Carol Erickson is tracking the storm right now, and Elizabeth Herr shows us the aftermath in Philadelphia and its suburbs. But let's start at the shore in Atlantic City, perhaps the epicenter of the damage. Eyewitness News reporter Walt Hunter shows us the storm as it happens and what it leaves behind.
Sirens wailed as winds roared, toppling trees, ripping away rain gutters, and literally blowing down this 4-story home.
This was a serious situation because I've never felt wind like that come out of nowhere.
Fortunately, firefighters using high-tech search devices discovered there were no victims inside. The winds also cracking and tilting this nearby house and ripping the roof from this one, leaving a total of 9 people temporarily homeless. The fire chief of Atlantic City puts the wind gusts here at hurricane strength, maybe higher than 70 miles an hour. And just trying to stand up in these winds at times is extremely difficult. Pedestrians simply held on the best they could as debris blew down the streets and through the air.
It not only takes your breath away, but it takes your balance.
For drivers, the wind-rain combination cut visibility to near zero, flooding from the downpours and high tides, turning a drive through the streets of Ocean City into a watery adventure.
We're shaking and holding on, so it feels like a hurricane's coming in. It's unbelievable.
With spring rapidly approaching, you might call this storm the last dog day of a very long winter. A day only a dog like Tally could possibly enjoy.
She absolutely loves this type of weather.
That makes one.
That's true, that's true.
In Ocean City, Walt Hunter, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Also in Atlantic City, high winds may be to blame for a partial crane collapse at a casino under construction. One police officer was hurt when debris crashed through his car window. The extent of his injuries are still not clear, but authorities did evacuate 2 nearby condominium complexes just as a precaution. And take a look at Sea Isle City, Cape May County, where roads look a lot more like rivers. Hardly anyone is driving here on Landis Avenue, and with very good reason. Now, this powerful combination of heavy downpours and gusting winds also causing big problems in and around Philadelphia. Eyewitness News reporter Elizabeth Herr continues our coverage with a closer look at the damage.
At one point, Lincoln Drive was shut down and the storm also knocked out power, but now the lights are back on and traffic moving again. These are signs of improvement. Some people are still waiting to see where they live.
Just a loud crack.
Linda Christopher is calm now, but take a look at the size of the tree that crashed into the back of her house just as she was relaxing on this couch inside. So the tree missed you by inches?
Yeah, yes. If it had come through the window, it would have probably got me.
It's catastrophic to me anyway. You know, I never had anything like this happen before.
Linda's boyfriend, Russ Stacy, is still shaking his head, looking at the muddy mess, the wires and cables hanging loose in his backyard. He's just grateful the only casualty here, power on his street in Levittown.
That's the main thing. Yeah, we're all safe.
Over in New Jersey, the homeowners here in Haddonfield are also relieved they're just dealing with a close call. But some others not so fortunate, with trees landing on their car and their home. Back in Pennsylvania, in northeast Philadelphia, wild winds left a trail of destruction. We found live wires still smoldering on the ground, a giant tree laying across the outer lanes of the boulevard, and this tree just off of Grant and Bustleton Avenues, no match for Mother Nature.
We were glad that the storm wasn't bringing snow, But all the major snowstorms we have didn't bring this much devastation.
And now Russ, Stacy, and neighbors are wondering when they'll get their power back. And officials tell us crews are doing their best and working as quickly as they can to restore power to all of their customers. Reporting along Lincoln Drive, I'm Elizabeth Hurst, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Hardly any area was spared the destruction from this powerful storm. Eyewitness News cameras in Reading, Berks County. Strong winds peeled off a tin roof in the 400 block of Gordon Street. Fortunately, no one was injured there. Meantime, thousands of homes and businesses are still without power at this hour. Here are the latest numbers. PSE&G is reporting 200,000 customers in the dark. PECO has 60,000 customers out. Atlantic City Electric is reporting more than 27,000 customers without power, and Delmarva Power had 315 outages. The storm is also causing some very serious problems for regional train service. Amtrak service between New York and Philadelphia is suspended because of power problems west of New York City. New Jersey Transit has also suspended service on the Northeast Corridor lines, Raritan Valley and Atlantic City lines. Rain still falling across much of the area right now. Meteorologist Carol Erickson has been tracking this all day long. A busy day for you. When's this going to stop?
Well, we're seeing some drying moving into the area right now, Natasha, but we could still be finding a few more showers coming well after that and well into Monday. But this is a look over the last 12 hours. Look at the rain that came through. Just in Philadelphia itself, a record amount of rain, over 3 inches of rain. And we have seen even more than that in a number of locations. Now, as you see, we are looking at some areas where we're experiencing the drying conditions, in fact, over much of the area, but we go to the south and you can see we have another area of precipitation, even some thunderstorms that could be moving into southern Delaware if they hang together, even through southern New Jersey. Obviously, we do have that flood watch in effect through tomorrow morning. Also, a number of areas with flood warnings, and that's because of the creeks there, such as the east branch of the Brandywine Creek, the Brandywine Creek itself, Neshaminy Creek, Perkiomen Creek, the lower Schuylkill River. So let me show you, as you can see right here, it's widespread over the area that we're looking at least at minor flooding. In some of the areas we are looking at some major flooding. Let me take you to another look here, and you can see the Brandywine Creek below Downingtown. You're experiencing some moderate flooding, and that started at 10 o'clock, and then the creek has started to drop from there. But you go to the Neshaminy Creek, and you're going to be watching for it to make its crest about 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning, and you can expect considerable flooding out of this system. And no wonder with these amounts of rain, 4 inches of rain in many locations in South Jersey, Hamilton, Sewell, Merchantville, Drexel Hill, almost 4 inches of rain. The winds over 60 miles an hour right along the shore. And even in Philadelphia, you've seen them at 57 miles an hour. So watch for 2 to 4 inches of rain that we've seen. We're going to be adding to that. Winds will diminish overnight, but expect flooded streets, streams, and road closures. So we'll talk about what we can expect tomorrow and Monday, and when we finally get out of this wet mess coming up. Natasha.
All right, Carol, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Now, many of you are uploading photos and video of flooding and wind damage to the Eyewitness Cam at CBS3.com. We appreciate that. Take a look. This driver risked it all going through flood waters in Camden, New Jersey. Donna shot this video from outside the Victor building. Always take a different route when you can't see the roadway. And take a look at this. A large tree fell onto a car in Medford, Burlington County. Looks like it just missed that house. Thanks to Jenny for sending us this photo. And Charles sent us this video of serious flooding in Huntington Valley, Montgomery County. Flood waters submerged a baseball field and playground equipment here at Lower Moreland Park. Remember, keep uploading your photos and video to the Eyewitness Cam. Upload them on our website, CBS3.com, and you might just see them right here on Eyewitness News.